Hey guys, Phil again. Oh, there's that voice again, the classic weekend voice. Yeah, I've got bad hair at the moment, so I wanted to put a hat on to hide it. So this is what I found. So that's why I'm wearing this. God, I am husky, aren't I? Anyway, what can I tell you about this week? So, there's been lots of things going on. Trading, we'll go on to in a minute, but there's been quite some exciting things. There's a trading party for a group of us on Friday, which was really good fun. So it was great, lots of good chat there. A friend of mine's also doing like a podcast thing related to trading. So I had a few words on that. So that was quite a new thing for me, being interviewed. What else did we do? Yeah, I don't know. There's been lots of fun things going on. As you can hear, I'm a bit husky. I was out at the football yesterday, and this is what happens. But anyway, yeah, there has been one bit of progress on my entrepreneurial stuff, which I need to get more posts out on that. But I have. Sorry, I got a note here. I've been running some adverts and trying to get autorespond, getting people to submit their details, and then doing things with autoresponders to send back emails to them and stuff. Anyway, that's another topic. Sorry, I'm digressing, and I don't really think I'm explaining it well. This year, another punch in the face. This week rather. Things have been very bad for me at the moment. Cards on the table. My losses aren't massive, but they're accumulating. 4.83% down at the moment across this. This is on this quarter. So I will work out exactly what that means for the year towards the end of the year. I'm going to be I'll do a complete review of all my trades and what I've learned and what I can improve on, that kind of stuff. So that'll have to happen. But I can say at the moment that things are taking a hammering. Again, it's just, these losses aren't big. I'm fine with these losses, like 0.17%, 0.3%, 0.2, 0.3, they're small amounts. But they're just continuous. They just don't let up. Now, the way that I trade is to try and get runners, basically. Yeah. So this is actually okay. It's just the trade firing. It fires the first chunk of it with a bit of risk, and then it's just not running very far with it. So it's okay, but it gets a bit annoying. Now, I wanted to have a look at, instead of focusing on these trades. Actually, we will come and talk on that, but I just want to have a look at. I've got a separate trading log here, which I got a snapshot of here. So this, in order to do my charts, this is what I keep in the background. And if you just look down here, I don't think I've ever. I've only been trading maybe a year and a half, 2 years, but I've never seen so much red. It's just like literally nothing is running at the moment. So I'm wondering if I need to reevaluate. I wanted to reevaluate anyway at the end of the year. That's an obvious thing to do, and I'm definitely doing that. But I wanna have a look as to what's going in here, because my trading's not bad. I don't doubt the systems that are in place. Just when I look down at that, I just think, what's going on there? So it could be, maybe I'm trailing too tight. Again, anyway, I could be trailing too tight. It could be, and I've got a very suspicious one here that Virgil continually prods at me, which I think is more than valid. Is the news element, and sorry, I said that negatively. There's only love for Virgil. But yeah, the way I've been looking at news is I'm aware of the big news, so that when I'm in trades, I kind of know that there's going to be a lot of volatility around it. That's kind of how I've been looking at it. Whereas I think he more takes the stance of, if don't trade the euro across euro news announcements, basically, which. You can't deny that doing that will be safer. It definitely will be, but it's not something that I've onboarded. So I think that might end up being what I need to tweak, to be quite honest. So massive props for Virgil. That's that. We've got all these think trade's misfiring here, but again, you know, where's my mouse gone? I'm okay with it. You know, it's 0.3%, 0.26, 0.34. You know, they're small. There's nothing that's over leveraged. There's nothing like going drastically wrong. It's just the markets for the way we're currently trading are choppy as sin. So I thought I'd kind of mention that. Also, the whole kind of you want to go and reevaluate your trading. You know, this came up in the podcast I was doing. I'm very confident on strategy at the moment. I know my strategy inside out. My risk management is good. I don't overtrade, with the exception of one actually, that US 30. And I don't know why I did that. Anyway, we'll come back to that. But in general, I'm tight. You know, I'm happy with it, and it's all good. But there's obviously areas for improvement. And where was I going? Yeah, I was saying, if there's one thing I think I don't do enough of currently, and don't get me wrong, there'll be tons of things I don't do enough of, but I don't think I review my trades and learn from them enough. As I say, I don't think I'm making tons of mistakes, but I've no doubt that when I go back and look through things, I'll be able to learn. And obviously, I've now got, since I've been journaling online, when did I launch Showboating Trader? But anyway, I've been doing it all online anyway since for the whole of this year. That was one of my goals this year, so I'm happy with that. So I'll have all this information, and I'm trying to find some way of getting it out onto paper because I think it'll be better to be able to actually view it and comment on it. And you know, to be honest, I'm probably more interested in the losers than the winners, but I'll look at them both anyway. But I think there'll be a lot to be able to learn, which can hopefully save us some money. And as I say, that thing with the news is something I'm going to be onboarding now. Yeah. So anyway, I just thought I'd touch on that sort of stuff and how I'm kind of changing, or how I might be approaching stuff. If anyone's got any better suggestions, that would probably be good. What else has actually been going on in my mind? Yeah. So with all this. These non-runners, I have been thinking about, you know, is there a need for getting into a kind of more short-term trading style? Because there's no doubt, you know, you can make money doing that. You know, if you, yeah, so a caveat, if you know what you're doing, you can make money doing that. But I just, you know, I'm quite time poor. I'm busy. I'm trying to learn loads of stuff from business. I'm trying to push myself in my career. You know, everything in my employed career, you know, all that takes up a lot of time. I also like to go out, as you can hear. And I'm just thinking that, you know, that's my time is probably not better focused on anything more short term, to be honest. I don't really want to, I already stare at the charts a lot. I don't really want to do much more on that. So, where am I going with this? Yeah, I did kind of think about maybe looking at something a bit more short term, but I also don't think short term, I don't think the potential is as good on short term stuff, right? Because I mean, almost by definition, if you're going short term, you're not really looking for runners. You're looking for, you know, as in big shift runners. So yeah, I just think you kind of limit your potential a little bit on there. Same with support and resistance trades. Now, I mean, support and resistance trades, it's just going back to that kind of risk to reward thing in my mind, and I'm really behind. I was reading what book is it? This book here. The book's not actually in here; it's in my room, but that's the cover. So, Trade Your Way to Financial Freedom, and yeah, they're talking a lot about strategies and stuff. And when I was reading that, I kind of thought, yeah, but my risk to reward on my S&R trades, support and resistance trades, is never going to be that big. Whereas in theory, you know, if you catch a massive trend on these other ones which I'm looking for, it will run. You know, so these it'll run, and you could make a job lot. Anyway, yeah, so there's just some kind of random things in my mind, really, about trading, because it's definitely worth mentioning that things haven't been running that well. For me anyway. But I mean, here's one, you see. I mean, this is the kind of thing that you want to get behind. Okay, I haven't managed to get in on it, and I definitely would have got taken out here. But you know, these shifts are here. You know, so if you can get in somewhere like down here, well, I don't know, say there. Again, it's going to depend on how you trade, but You know, you're coming in market, it's going like this, and you think, okay, and you manage to get in around here, and then it just goes, you know, and then who knows how long that's going to sort of carry on for. I mean, and that's why it's kind of like you get some risk down, but your returns are, in theory, in theory, really big, and that's the kind of way that it makes sense to me that that's profitable. I mean, like mathematically, it makes sense that you don't need many of these big trades, and then off you go. Which is why, you know, I'm just getting all these small losers. What would be a good one to look at from that perspective? Something like the euro. Looking for the euro sell-off. Yeah, so I mean, euro's been a bit bullish against the pound, but yeah, you know, again, if you've got in, so if you got on here on a trade, so you're going short, looking to short it, and some, you know, you get a signal in here, and you manage to short with that amount of risk, okay, and then you just trail. So keeping your trail for profit really. So you would have risked, and this is the thing. So you would have risked, that's 180 pips there, and if you just followed it down using, again, it's all pretty basic trend trading strategies, you might have been able to make it down, you know, somewhere down here. Now, I'm not saying that's possible every time. It's definitely not. But just talk about that theory. So from 180 pips risk, you're looking at 10 times that. So that's a triple R, you know, risk to reward of like 10 to 1. And you're never going to get that on a support. Well, you're unlikely to get that on a support and resistance play. But anyway, yeah, I don't want to say you can't get it, because you definitely can get it, because you could start looking at this as a support resistance. But anyway, that's just kind of a little bit of what I'm rambling on about. So what's actually happened with these closed, what's been losing, as I say, things have just been closing out, losing. That's how it goes. Sorry, I'm sitting miles back here today. Euro USD was a fave of mine. It really hammered me. So Euro USD hammered me on news, basically. So let's get back in here. I might need to reload this. No, we're all right here. So I was a buyer around here, and up we went, up we went. I survived this spike here. I'm buying. Everything's going well. My stops came up to about here, and then yeah, out comes news announcements. Bang, killed. Which again is fine. You know, my stop loss is doing what it should do. It should do exactly that. You know, I'm not disappointed on well, I am disappointed it's happened, but it's not like, I haven't done anything wrong, right? And that, you just keep having to play the hand again. I do exactly the same thing again next time round, and that's very similar to like poker. I don't know if anyone plays poker, but, like just playing the hand again and again and again. There is a kind of right way to play it, and I'd take that, and then over the time you make money on it. But anyway, so that was Euro USD. That one was a bit frustrating, but there you go. And then I will talk about equities, US 30. I've been trading on this, and this was the one trade that I need to go back and have a look at and go, Phil, be honest with yourself where you're day trading. Again, emotionally trading, it's all up here. Yeah, you have to go and be honest with yourself. You can't lie to yourself, right? So honestly, was it a day trade? Would I have done that again? I don't know. We'll go back and have a look. But basically, yeah, I saw this big push upwards here, and I shorted, basically, because it was big, 19,500. I need to go and have a word with myself as to whether I would short that again. But yeah, I mean, look at what's going on here. These, I mean, this is insane. In theory, we've got a bloody financial crisis about to happen, and the markets are just... Yeah, it's amazing. So where are we here? This is, yeah. I mean, it's just all-time highs. So it's obviously US 30. Yeah, pretty amazing stuff. And, I've got shorts on over in ISAs and options and stuff. And, yeah, they will be getting an absolute caning. Actually, most of them, options are on US stuff, but my ISA stuff is on the UK. So, yeah, I mean, I'll be getting painfully rinsed at the moment, but that's okay. That's like an investment play, right, as opposed to the short-term trading thing. But yeah, equities are kind of doing that. I've got silver trade open, so I seem to have a little itch on my nose. Sorry. So I'm long silver again. it might be doing. Sorry, that's weekly. Let's switch back to daily. Yeah, it might be moving up. It kind of tried. We'll see. Key time here. I'll probably move that stop up a little bit just to pinch it a little bit more. But again, I'm down to a very small amount of risk now, so 0.06%. So that's all cool, you know. What else have we got on the things to talk about? There's not actually that much out there. So this is closed trades. I've still got this Aussie USD trade running from way back when. When was it? When was it? Can I get in and look at that? I think I can if I do that. You're going to hurry up? 27th, day before my birthday, 27th of September. So this is a long running trade, long. And I don't know what it's doing now. We've got this kind of wedge being created. So I'm hoping that rolls over, but who knows? Don't really care. I'm pretty much out of it. Nearly risk free. I lost another 30 quid on it earlier, so I'm nearly breaking even, which is fine. So yeah, that's that. As for coming up, new stuff. This week, sees all my open positions. I didn't actually add that up. 0.3 is 0.6, 1%. Yeah, I'm about about 1.1% risk on there, so that's fine. 5k still running. There's a couple of things I'm going to keep a lookout on. So what have we got in there? Yeah, GBP USD looked like it might want to move, but I'm going to ignore that for now. USD CAD. Now why was I looking at that? That's because it's running very well. So this is just falling off. So at some point, this sucker will want to maybe retrace. So yeah, I'm looking at that basically to play a retracement. I don't trade personally these kind of tramline things, but I still will draw them. So that's kind of about there-ish or something, isn't it? And that's exactly why it's hard to trade them, is because, as I just said, it's kind of about there-ish, isn't it? It's really easy to kind of fit it in with, you know, what your brain's wanting to sort of do to get you in. But yeah, I'll be looking for what have we got here daily? Yeah, I mean, it's been running really nicely, so I think I'll look for if there's a signal to kind of go long. I think that could be good. Yeah, I guess I just kind of said it's been running really nicely, so I want to get on the other side of the trade. Interesting. Anyway, that's that. God, it's all psychological today, isn't it? God, I'm at 17 minutes. I'm really sorry. I'll get cracking. Yeah, okay. Well, I don't want to take up too much of anyone's time. So yeah, the shorts against the Jappy looks like it might be making a move. It's come up on a few charts. I'm just going to keep an eye on that. We'll have a quick look at one. Again, the Eurozone is not the place to be at the moment. So yeah, this might be thinking about getting short, but sort of rolling over a bit. But I don't trust it. Also, it's Christmas. I am very close to deciding I don't want to put any more open trades, any new trades in, to be honest, because I do want to have a bit of a break. I think it'd be timely. Obviously, we're not going to break even on the year, so I can't really, I can't pull it back, and it would just be nice to wind it down a little bit and give myself a kind of reset thing. Having said that, though, I don't know if I can do that to the markets. If I see something that's I consider awesome, I'm going to take it probably. Again, that's all up here, right? News events. So what have we got? We have got some big stuff. I remember seeing. I did have a quick look through this. So some GBP stuff. Again, GBP is a bit tough to trade at the moment. Been quite volatile. We've got rate decision in the US on Wednesday. Sorry, this one, isn't it? Federal Open Market Committee rate decision. I assume that just means interest rates, which could be massive. Well, if it moves, it'll be massive anyway. I don't really know much about this kind of stuff, but I do know that it affects things. So if that's out, that could be significant. What else we got down here? Bank of England rate decision on Thursday. So that's Wednesday and Thursday, big things as a minimum, and then there's other stuff in there. So yeah, it could be another bumpy one. I also personally have got this thing in my head that I'd like to get the volume. In fact, I'll see if I can get that sorted actually. If I can find out those numbers. But I think I've just got this feeling that the markets are so thin at the moment due to lack of trading. Like it's just the institutional guys. I think this is a theory, trading against each other. There's not a lot of weight in it, and I have a feeling, just a suspicion, that that's what's making the indices, be able to jump so high. Is just thin volume. You can move prices around, and it's just all a bit weird. And it would also explain the volatility and everything else. But again, it's just a theory, and at the end of the day, why would you care too much about what I'm saying? But yeah, there's that. I hope that was helpful in some way. Sorry it's a bit longer, 20 minutes, but I thought I'd try throwing something else in there. Also, sorry that my voice is quite often very croaky. I don't always sound like a robot. But yeah, I hope it was helpful. Keep doing what you're doing, keep improving, keep growing, and live the dream. And I'll speak to you as soon as I can. Take care. Bye. Stop.